Catherine, I know this place isn't much, but I promise you, it's just the beginning. There's so much more to come.
Newlyweds, right?
That's right.
Well, hope you know what you're in for. It's a funny place to start a family right here, especially here in Saskatchewan. I think we better take that one up. We just... Your kids newlyweds, huh?
That's right.
Well, it's a funny time to start a family, kids. Hope you know what you're in for, especially here in Saskatchewan.
Yes, sir. I know it's going to be tough, but believe you me, there ain't nothing I can't provide for my family.
Well, I sure hope his farmer's drought will finish soon. I don't know.
It certainly is a shame. What the hell?
I screwed that one out.
Stop saying it's a funny time to be starting.
Catherine, I know this place isn't much, but believe... Shit. Fuck.
Okay.
Oh, this is on film too, eh?
Catherine, I know this place isn't much, but I assure you, it's just the beginning. There's so much more to come.
You kids newlyweds, eh?
That's right.
Well, sure is a tough time starting a family, especially here in Saskatchewan. I hope you know what you're in for.
Yes, sir. I know it's a tough time, but believe you me, there ain't nothing I can't provide for my family.
Seems an odd time to come here. I hope the farmer's drought ends soon.
It certainly is a shame, but right now I believe my wife and I should be settling in.
I think so too. Y'all have a good day.
Now, Catherine, don't you listen to a word he was saying. There's nothing I can't provide for my family. And I promise you, poverty will never touch this house.
A year later, in the same shabby rooms with the same leaky roof, poverty had touched our house. And I found out that when poverty touches, it doesn't touch lightly either. We'd been fine for a while. We even had enough to buy ourselves a radio, even if it was the cheapest one available. Unfortunately, nothing stays the same. In a time like that, change is always for the worse. When Tom lost his job, like so many others, things started to plummet downhill. Tom first collected was the hardest. He came home with tears burning in his eyes, ready to fall, like his pride had. He slapped the government's offerings on the table, a sack of flour, some molasses, bologna, and lard. Then he turned his back and walked to the bedroom.
I'm taking a nap.
I heard the crack in his voice, and I knew that he was hurting from what he had to do.
God, Catherine, nothing could be worse than that place. I was the hope... Oh, shit, I did it again. Oh, God, Catherine, nothing could be worse than that place.
Tom, there's so many men collecting relief these days. There isn't anything shameful about providing for your family.
You not providing, Catherine? When a man walks into a place and holds out his hand, that's not me providing. It's R.B. Bennett. Is that who should be feeding my wife? It's so damn stupid. People think that this depression means there's not enough of anything out there. But that's just it, Catherine. The truth is, there's too damn much. There are too many houses, so that there's vacant signs all over every street. There are too many potatoes, so that they're rotting in the ground in PEI. There are too many men. Too many men. That's the biggest problem. Too many men to do the jobs. So their families are starving. What can we do about it? Today I had to walk around the block 4 times before I could get up the nerve to go into that relief office, get my handouts. When I finally did, I thought to myself, this can't be enough. After rent's paid, we'll have so little to spend on anything else. I was wrong, though.
What do you mean?
Gilbert stopped me in the hall. He can't find another tenant. So he has to charge us more for rent. $10 a month. And that's a sight more than we can afford.
God. So where do we go now?
There is nowhere to go. I guess we'll just stay here until Gilbert is forced to evict us.
Evict us? From our own home?
It's happening, Catherine. And the Quails last week, put to the curb. It's happening all over the place. This relief doesn't amount to anything. I saw a man down at the office begging, just begging them to give him some shoes for his wife. He was screaming that he'd been there for 2 weeks with the same request, and if they didn't answer him soon, his wife would die of hypothermia because his feet were bare and their house was far from warm. Such degradation, Catherine, that a man has to beg to keep his wife in shoes. I won't do it. There's no hope anyway.
Don't say that, Tom.
I'm going for some air. Don't. Wait up.
I knew he would be gone a while, but I waited up anyway. He needed my support, whether he cared to admit it or not. He was a man, and men didn't often admit to needing anyone. But we all needed someone, especially when we were faced with the hard knocks of life. Perhaps Tom had been right, and there wasn't any hope and relief. But I wasn't going to let his pride starve us. If he wouldn't collect, I would. In fact, I was going to write R.B. Bennett himself and tell him our story. Surely he wanted to know how unfair it all was. When Tom got home, I would tell him my plans. Until then, I'd wait for him. I sat up a long time. In fact, I sat up the whole night. I cried a bit, swore a lot, and when all my emotions exhausted me, I laid down my head and slept. The last thing I saw beneath my quarter-moon eyelids was the sun, spraying its color over the gloomy dawn, a glimmer of hopeful light.